Hi, Sagittarius. It's Denise with Divine Soul Astrology. Today I will be your astrologer, and I'm discussing the new moon in Sagittarius. So, this is your new moon, Sagittarius. Yes, it is. And that's exciting. And what does it mean, the new moon? The new moon is when we plant seeds for the future. We have new ideas. We have thoughts about things. Sometimes we put them on the shelf. Sometimes we act on them right away. But the new moon is about new kind of planting seeds for the future. It is. Sometimes whatever we are planting, the seed can actually come to fruition during the full moon. Usually it's the full moon in Sagittarius. I don't feel like it has to be exactly, but that's what the full moons are about. They are about fruition. But whatever seed you are planting right now, Sagittarius, it has to do it has to do with your first house or yourself, because the new moon is in your sign, which is really your first house, right? So it's really for, Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising, especially the sun and the rising. The moon plays in too, but the moon is about your feelings, and your rising sign is your primary motivation. Your sun sign is the sense that you have of yourself, like how might you sometimes how you see yourself, the work that you may want to do, but it is the sense of yourself out in the world, really, right? That's where the sun is shining outside our windows. It is. But let's get into this. And what does it mean when we have the new moon as well? It means that the sun is working with the moon, actually, supporting it. It's a conjunction. They are conjoining one another, and I can show you on the chart as well. But it's the opposite of the full moon where we have an opposition. We have like an argument. We have the sun over here and the moon over here. And an opposition is really an argument, or it is blaming somebody or blaming a situation. It's two energies that have to come together to merge and take the best of both, kind of, and make something new or make something better. That's the full moon. But we are not there. We are with the new moon. And so this is completely being supported, this new idea or these planting of the seeds. It's actually being supported. Yeah, it's very cool because when we have the moon and the sun together, it talks about the divine feminine and the divine masculine, respectively, right? This is the yin and the yang that everybody needs in their life, right? For sure. So this new moon is happening at 5:43 p.m. on December 19th, 2025, here in the States on the West Coast. On the East Coast, it's going to be like 8:43 p.m., right? Where they're 3 hours ahead. But, please look, kind of adjust for your time in your part of the world, right? Because it's going to be different. It's, for some people, it'll be the next day on the 20th. So let's get right into it. And the new moon in Sagittarius is about everything Sagittarius, right? Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter and the ninth house. Sagittarius rules the ninth house. So a sign is an expression of a planet, and the house is also an expression of the sign, but the houses are where things are happening. So it's kind of like your physical house, sort of, as we go through the chart. But for the first house for you, Sagittarius, what this really means is that you may have like be planting seeds about something new, a new idea to help you expand, because Sagittarius, Jupiter wants us to grow and expand. Yeah, it is the great benefic. It also brings blessings to help us expand. It can also bring situations in Jupiter to kind of sabotage things so that we can expand and grow. That's really how that works. So Sagittarius also has to do with God. It is the ninth house of faith and spirituality, religion, philosophy. It can be politics as well, because that is a philosophy. It is for some people, even, more so than others, right? But Sagittarius and the new moon is also about our wisdom, right? So it's about what we really believe in, what we align with, what is part of our higher purpose. Sagittarius rules like your higher purpose, higher realms, right? So when we talk about Sagittarius likes to be the teacher or study, right? It's about learning as well. Then, we can say that that learning always has to do with, in some way, usually like a higher purpose, right? Maybe, yeah. So that higher purpose usually is of one of integrity. This is the archetype of, not everybody has, a higher aspiration that is one of integrity, and that's okay. That's their kind of path, but it is really about that. The ninth house is about integrity, expansion, and growth and blessings, right? It is. It's the great benefic Jupiter, but it's also about wisdom and and the truth. So, and why do we say it's about the truth, Sagittarius, or or the new moon and the ninth house and all that? Why do we say that? Because this expansion and this higher realm has everything to do with integrity. All right. So that's why sometimes Sagittarians, the friends they pick, depending on their chart, though, a lot of us will only pick friends with a lot of integrity. Yeah, well, you can't really be my friend, right? Unless you have some integrity. Yeah, that's how it works. But let's see what we have for you, Sagittarius. And you can tell that I'm a Sag. You can probably tell that. And this is your new moon. As I was saying, let's look at the wheel. And Sagittarius, right here, the moon is at 27 degrees and the sun is at 28 degrees. And so this is almost a perfect conjunction, but they are working together. And in your sign, which is also your first house, are all these planets. This is a stellium. What is a stellium? Well, the stellium really means star, stella, estrella in Spanish. These are all, where's my face at here? Let's go ahead and make this a little smaller here. I beg your pardon here. Where am I here? There we go. Okay. So let's move this over. Oh, it doesn't want to move over. Oh, oh, I see what it's doing, kind of. Okay. Um, let's go back to the meeting and let's make this a little bit smaller. Geez, what's going on here? Close this out. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry, you guys. Yeah, sorry about that. So here is the wheel, and here I am in the corner where I'm supposed to be, right? Sitting in the corner, right? No. And so this new moon here can be, I was talking about the stellium, though. The stellium is a lot of luminaries or stars. Luminaries are also called stars, especially anyway, the planets, the stars, here's Juno, it's a planetoid, or you can call it a dwarf planet or an asteroid. Um, yeah, so here we have Juno. This is about devotion. It is about commitment and devotion, usually in love, but doesn't really have to be. It's next to Venus, so it could definitely. This is supporting love and relationships right now, especially in your first house, Sagittarius, for you. It is supporting for everybody in some way in whatever house this falls in for them, right? We also have Mercury. Mercury is the planet of information. Mercury is the mind, right? It is the curious mind. It can be about languages or studying and, um, studying and podcasting and decisions and plans and goals, anything that comes from the mind, overthinking as well, right? That's Mercury, kind of in its down low, right? Or, more on the lower side of the personality, we can say, or the unconscious sometimes, where people don't understand, the way they're behaving. But this is definitely about information. So when we have Mercury here in the first house, this can be, you have a great understanding of something, Sagittarius. You could, and you are planting seeds based on that, right? And maybe you're thinking about a relationship here with Venus and Juno here in the first house, right? But let's see what we have. Excuse me. And Sagittarius is also about something meaningful. Yeah, this is why we say the higher purpose and things like that. All right. So let's see what else we have. Jupiter rules your fourth house right here, Sagittarius. And just to kind of give you a little bit more of a lowdown, Jupiter is about education. I did say that, but it is about what we really value, what we feel like we align with, right? I just wanted to make that clear. What we believe in, what we have faith in to kind of, inspire us and things like that, or things that we really aligned with. But the thing they say that Sagittarius is lucky. Sometimes they say that, and that is because of Jupiter, the great benefic, right? It is Jupiter is really trying to bring its blessings to the universe. Yeah, that is what it, or to hear us here on Earth, and that's what it's really trying to do. So this is why we say we're kind of lucky, but they say that. But we have to be enthusiastic. That draws in, that is the enthusiastic and positive to attract these blessings, right? Because we have to, the universe is trying to match us, trying to match our frequency. It is not giving us what we want, it gives us what we are. So this is why if you are, you ever realize some people are kind of happy and they're enthusiastic and stuff like that, and you're thinking, wow, they got problems. It's because they have decided to not be in that mindset where, where it's negative or feeling sorry or anything like that. They are, no, I have faith in the future. I trust in the divine. So the fourth house for you, Sagittarius, is Pisces. And that is ruled again by Jupiter. So this, again, you have you have Jupiter ruling your fourth house, and Jupiter is in this house over here in Cancer, is in your eighth house. So this is about, the eighth house is about intimate relationships. It's about rebirth and transformation. It's about psychic ability, and it can be about manipulation and lies. It is really about seeing beneath the veil, right? Scorpio is this the occult, right? Things that are like hidden. It can be astrology and divination. Those things are, when we speak of energy and things like that, all those astrology, like we're doing now, we're trying to understand things that are kind of hidden. That's part of astrology, right? It's kind of a big part, really, because we're trying to really understand ourselves with the natal chart to a fault, really, right? That's because the natal chart can really do that. It can show you everything, your health, your family, your love life, and all these things, right? And so, but right here, what we are trying to do is we're talking about, we were talking about, excuse me, Jupiter. Jupiter's in the eighth house. This is also the house. It's a power house as well. It's a money house. So maybe there's something going on. You're planting new seeds over here, Sagittarius, possibly in something that you really believe in and you really have faith in, or something that you really want to expand and grow. It can be learning as well, right? Because Sagittarius rules education as well, as does Gemini. Um, yeah, and so you have Mercury over here in your first house. So, you definitely could be learning something new. And so, and Jupiter is also about opportunities. That's what I was saying when we talk about blessings. But it's here in your eighth house, and it is being trined. Let's have a look at that. It's being trined by the vertex. Now, these other aspects have moved on, but we still have Jupiter trining the vertex. What is a trine? We see these couple trines here. Trines are very supportive energies that can really help things move along. It can remove the obstacles. Yeah, it can just, that's why sometimes things change overnight. You go, well, that problem's gone. So that can be a trine coming in. It can. So right now, the vertex is here in your 12th house. There's something that you are most likely letting go or you're surrendering to. The 12th house is yours. 12th house is in Scorpio, the last house before you. And the vertex is fated events or fated people in our life. So you have it in the 12th house, um, and it can have to do with Scorpio. The 12th house for you is the house of, it can be the house of mystery, the house of intuition, imagination, trust. So when we say trust, we mean trust in your ideals, trust in the divine, trust that things can be beautiful. They really can. And Pisces is the natural ruler of the 12th house, although yours is Scorpio. So this is very like mystical because the 12th house is a house of mystery, and so is Scorpio. So your 12th house is very mystical. It can be your psychic house, and it does talk about trust in the divine, and don't be worried anymore because Pisces can worry, right? But once they let go, when we say let go, We don't mean surrender and give up your dreams or anything like that. It means surrender to the divine, that why not me? Why, right? Why can't I be the one who, who is lucky, or who can do this job, or, or to get married and be happy? Why not? That is believing, right? Sometimes this 12th house can be too idealistic. It can. But, this Jupiter here trining the vertex Sagittarius for you, you could really, it's possible, this is intimate relationships here. This Scorpio here and vertex, the vertex in the 12th could mean that you could be like, it can be that you surrender to something, exactly like I was saying, surrender to the divine, but you could be letting something go as you surrender to the divine. And there can be some type of a fated relationship here or a situation with money. Scorpio is money as well. And so you could, like, there can be something here. This is also the house of the past, the 12th house. So, it's possible here that you are meeting somebody, getting reacquainted with somebody from the past. That could be the case here. Um, so yeah, let's see what we have here. Um, And there could be something. This is also the house of the unknown, and so is the eighth house of mystery and the unknown. So, and this is fated. There's something that's going to happen here for you, Sagittarius. Around this time, after this time, there could be, you could meet somebody very fated here. All right. Yeah, fated, and somebody, part of your destiny here, definitely. And it can have to do with somebody who can help you with money, or some type of job money situation. This is not the house of jobs, but it is, Scorpio is about money here. It could be that, it can be intimate relationships. Definitely. And this can be saying too that if you kind of surrender to the divine here, there's something that there's like a blessing here or an opportunity possibly here for you, right? And these sextiles are opportunities, when the ones that we see with the little stars here, all right? So Jupiter is sextiling your 10th house, and the 10th house is the house of personal authority. Sometimes it's career, but it is personal authority and ambition. Can be about the father, but it is really about long-term goals and taking control, being serious in your life, and like committed, right, to something. This could be that there is something that you have this opportunity. The sextile can be an event or an opportunity here where that is related to your career, possibly 10th house, maybe how others see you, that you could be doing something new, right? With your work, right? Maybe you're kind of leaving something behind and now doing something brand new. So this can give you the whole um, yeah, this can be a fated event here, right over here where we have Jupiter trining this vertex, that will, turn into an opportunity, or this event for you. The sextile is usually an opportunity here. So we have lots of good things here, Sagittarius. We do. And Jupiter is squaring Chiron, and that is in your fifth house of talent, your fifth house of how you shine. This is your fifth house of self-expression or creative pursuits. It is the house of fun and love as well. So it's kind of a big house, children and parents, right? Recreational activities and things like that. But Chiron here, Jupiter is saying with the square, it's putting pressure on you to overcome something, let something go. Just, hey, I used to maybe think that way. I don't anymore. This is just an example. Let something heal or overcome it. Yeah, it's some type of sensitivity here, Sagittarius, and it can be how you are, like maybe how you want to come across with your creative pursuits. Just your own self-expression is really important. So there's something that you probably have to leave here, or let go of, or just maybe even see it and just like, hey, I don't believe in that anymore. This can be even just be thoughts about yourself that are in your fifth house of self-expression, where like you don't have enough confidence or something. The fifth house is the house of confidence. We can say that because Leo is, the sun. The sun talks about strength and confidence and courage, right? So this could be something here that was blocking your courage a little bit, right? Yeah. And so let's see what else we have. We also have Jupiter here, and it is trining Saturn here. And this is helping to make your dreams come true, but with form. Saturn is form and commitment. We were talking about that a little earlier, although I didn't really mention Saturn, but we were talking about commitment and things like that, right? So here, this is in your fourth house. This is your, like, this can be home and family, but this can be your emotions and just how you feel about something. The fourth house is the house of emotional stability, excuse me, emotional security. Everything to the depths of our soul is the fourth house. It is our feelings and the choices and decisions we make in the world that protect us, that keep us safe, that keep us stable emotionally, right? Exactly. So, this is Jupiter is trining that house. It can be about home and family as well. It could be. And so in Jupiter is ruling this house as well. So this is very cool here with this trine, but this can really help you make your dreams come true. There's probably something, yeah, definitely to make your dreams come true here with Saturn trining or Jupiter trining Saturn. This is Jupiter is like, well, I want to make this big. I want to expand. I want to grow this. And, I'm so enthused and things like that. And Saturn says, all right, I'm giving your plans and your dreams, your projects. Saturn is projects. I'm giving it form and, right, and a commitment. So, this is very good for you right here, Sagittarius. All right. So, yeah, you could have a lesson learned here as well with this Saturn trining. Although the trine is super is very favorable here and supportive for you. Sometimes we have a trine with a lesson, right? Not everything in the wheel is just, honey, milk and honey, right? So we have this lesson. How else do we learn if we don't have teachers or lessons, right? Yeah, and so we have Saturn here. You could have learned a lesson as it's in Pisces. And it's in your fourth house. These are both very deep and psychological, the fourth and Pisces. So you could have learned kind of a karmic lesson of commitment and responsibility. That's a possibility here. And yeah. And so let's see what we have here too. Um, yeah. Yeah, you could be a little bit kind of dealing with your own self-discovery here with Chiron over here in your fifth house, Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and, excuse me, and but yeah, this is in your fifth house of self-expression here. So yeah, I feel like you are in some way learning something about yourself. This Jupiter is bringing you wisdom, Sagittarius, and everything is Jupiter right now because this is your new moon, and Jupiter rules your fourth, and it's over here in your eighth, and it is actually trining this house here. Well, the vertex, see, there is also a trine here. It's trining the vertex, but let's see, it is also moving away from. All right, so yeah, we have it in Scorpio, the vertex, which makes it even more faded. It really does. Oh, it isn't. You can see the line here. It's hard to see that, but it is in Scorpio. Um, but still, this is a very, like, it's just a very Jupiter. You're learning a lot of wisdom right now, Sagittarius. And it looks like you are growing, right? It does, and especially with your own new moon there, right? Let's see what else we may have here. Uh, yeah, and right here when we have this Jupiter here, Sagittarius, squaring Chiron and trining right here. And this is in Pisces as well. This is in your eighth house, a very psychological house. And this is intimate relationships here. Wow. And over here is, and money, this house. And this is intimate relationships and money. It is also understanding yourself at some majorly deep level when we have planets in the 12th, well, this is the vertex is, it's not really a planet, but it is still an astrological like entity here. But yeah, there's something you're learning here about yourself, and it is really helping you move forward toward your higher purpose and to act from a place of like personal authority or personal agency over your life. It's very beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me here, you guys. And please like, share, and subscribe. It's helping me to get to the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 arduous watch hours. Yeah. So thanks so much, you guys. Hit the little bell if you want to be, notified of my uploads. I also have a website, and yeah, I'll be posting that in the next couple days here. But there's lots of very cool readings to get. I have twin flame readings, I have synastry readings, career readings, psychic readings. Lots of fun over there. Thank you so much for joining me here.